Hi, and welcome to Blackpack Homestead, Vlogust installment 10. Yes, 10. Today we're going to start a 5-part series on rabbit care. How you take care of your rabbits, feed your rabbits, house your rabbits, just everything rabbit. We realized we haven't talked about the rabbits in a while, so they're feeling a little neglected. So today, in the first part of our series, we're going to discuss rabbit feed. What to feed your rabbits, how much to feed your rabbits, and all that entails that.
And why rabbits?
Why rabbits? Let's just start there. Why rabbits?
Why would you? They're so fast. They grow so fast.
They are very prolific. They breed and multiply. You know, you've heard the saying, people breed like something breeds like rabbits. Well, it's because they're in heat, 28 out of 30 days of a month you can breed a rabbit. So, let's not get off topic. Let's go talk about feed. So what do you feed your rabbits? Actually, that's a very good question. You feed them an alfalfa pellet. Now, when you have meat rabbits, you must have at least 18% protein. You can't feed them what comes from Walmart for pet rabbits because we are growing for meat and a big size rabbit. So it's very important that you get what's called show rabbit feed, or, just read the package. 18% protein is what you're looking for. Okay, and you may be asking, how much do you feed a rabbit? Well, an adult eats 4 to 8 ounces a day. And that you need to keep up with, or you end up with fat rabbits. We have Lilac, who has turned into a giant. We have always just filled the feeders and let them eat, but this rabbit is an eater. So we started limiting her food. And you may ask, what do you do when they're pregnant and when they're nursing? You give them unlimited pellets. The same thing goes for the babies. When they begin to eat around 3 or 4 weeks, they'll start tasting and nibbling food. And that is when they start to eat unlimited amounts of pellets. So that is the pellets. Now, let's talk hay. Chris, would you go get a handful of our hay? Now, hay is another huge, important part of a rabbit's diet. It's good for their gut. It keeps their gut going. You don't want rabbit poop too wet. It's supposed to be dry, round pellets, and hay helps keep that in check. So you want to get a good grass hay.
I love the smell of hay.
Hay smells so good.
Yeah, it does.
You want to get a good grass hay. You don't want to get anything that's like wheat straw or anything like that. Preferably you want orchard grass or Timothy grass hay. And that is what this is. If you notice, this hay is really green. And that is some good hay right there. You don't want your hay too dry, but you also don't want it too wet either. And you need to keep your hay in a dry place. And how much hay do you feed your rabbit? As much as the rabbit wants. We usually give them about a handful this size twice a day. And they eat and eat and eat. And they love this orchard grass, Timothy grass that we've got now.
And they should always have access to hay all the time.
Always. Free choice hay. Always have hay accessible to your rabbits. It's good for their teeth. It's good for their digestion and their gut. So very important part of rabbit keeping is hay. Now, the next thing that we do for our rabbits is forage. Forage can be the grass in your yard. It can be dandelion. We have a whole little garden here that I get forage for our rabbits out of. We have some collard greens there, mint, comfrey, all kinds of things. But when you do actually go to forage for your rabbit, please do your research. There are toxic things out there in your yard that would be toxic to you, toxic to rabbits. There are things that are toxic in the environment. It doesn't matter. So do your research. We have excellent foraging videos. I'll link some up here. to where you can see what wild edibles are good for rabbits to eat. We also feed them stuff from our garden. We feed them the collard greens, the kale, you know, smaller amounts, because they really should be eating grasses and, you know, wild edibles is better for their gut, and it's better nutrition. It just really is. So that is the forage, and in the perfect world, I forage for them twice a day. In a not so perfect world, it happens once a day. And in an even more unperfect world, I get a handful and give it to them when I can. So I try my best to forage. Chris gives them handfuls of grass when he's doing the chores.
I forage for them too.
Yeah, and so, you know, just make sure you get some good greens in their diet. Once again, good for their gut, good for their well-being, something to change up.
Treat them like rabbit royalty, guys.
Rabbit royalty. That's what our guys are. And so that is the forage. And the next thing is water. Every animal, regardless of what it is on your homestead, needs access to fresh, potable, clean water. We have water bottles for our rabbits. Will you go grab a water bottle?
I will.
We have water bottles for our rabbits. It's not a perfectly ideal situation with the water bottles, because in the winter they freeze and they're 32 ounces. So you have to make sure, especially in the summer, that they have access to fresh water. And that is our water bottle. And we fill those up in the morning and in the evening to make sure they always have access to fresh, clean, cool water. And we keep our waterers in the hallway of our rabbitat so they stay in the shade and their water stays cool. So that is the water. We one day hope to do an automatic watering system, but you know, it's a little bit at a time. You know, we'll get there. We'll get there. So after you know about feeding hay and pellets and clean water and forage, you need to give your rabbits something to chew on, because their teeth grow forever. They're rodents. And just like rats and mice, their teeth grow their entire lives. So you must give them something to chew on. We use the offcuts of our fruit trees, our pear trees, and our apple trees. It's not recommended to give them wood from a stone fruit, and I don't really know what the logic in that is. Maybe you can do some research.
More arsenic in it.
It may be. But you can also use willow. You can use lilac. There are several different types of wood.
Sorghum.
They do love some sorghum. They love wood sorrel, but we're talking about, and the stalks of like the sorghum stalks were really hard, and it was really good for them to chew to wear their teeth down. They can have also, though they don't love it, they can have tulip poplar, but they like the leaves. They just don't really love the wood. So that is how you maintain their teeth. To keep them worn down, make sure to give them plenty to chew on. There's stuff you can buy at the store, but that's ridiculous. If you've got fruit trees, apples and pears, do some offcuts. Just, you know, it works. That's what we do. So that is, we also give them cardboard boxes in the wintertime, and they chew on those too. You can give them paper towel tubes, you know, all sorts of things. Some people even just throw like a random untreated 2x4 into the cage and let them chew on it. But you know, it's up to you what you choose to let your rabbits chew on. And the last thing, well, the last two things, sorry. One is a mineral block. You know, when you go into Walmart or pet stores and you're looking at the rabbit stuff, they have those little salt wheels. They're just salt. They have no other mineral in them. And our rabbits sometimes have a hard time shedding their coat, and sometimes that can be an imbalance of copper. So we decided to go to a mineral block that is for a goat or a horse. And I've read it, and really it's the same. It's the same.
Trace minerals.
Trace minerals, and after we started giving them those, they started shedding out their fur a little bit better. So that is how we give minerals to our rabbits. The last thing is black oil sunflower seeds. In the winter time, it helps them stay warm when they eat them. They put on a little extra fat, a little bit extra insulation, because our winters can get really cold. So I sprinkle a little bit, just like a little sprinkle on top of their forage or into their pellets in the wintertime, and for pregnant and nursing does. I give them black oil because they need the extra calories to make that milk.
Yeah, extra oil.
Or to grow that baby, because black oil sunflower has good fats in it and good proteins for them to grow a baby and make great milk. So that is the black oil sunflower. I believe, yes, I do have a cheat sheet today. I usually never have a cheat sheet.
You're so wise.
I never have a cheat sheet. This is my first time using a cheat sheet, and I can't even unfold it with one hand. There we go. Yes, and that is how we feed and take care of our rabbits. So if you have any questions about rabbit care in general or rabbit feed, we'll be happy to answer your questions in the comment down below. Be sure to stay tuned. This week we will be doing all rabbit care videos, a 5-part series. So remember, it's Vlogust. We'll see you tomorrow. Today is Vlogust 10th. That's a wrap. Do you have anything to add, sweet baby?
Hit that like and subscribe button, y'all. We appreciate it.
Yes, please, please, and comment. We are so enjoying your comments this Vlogust, posting every day. So we'll see you here tomorrow, next time at the Blackpack Homestead. God bless, take care, and bye-bye.